Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my YouTube podcast, all in one YouTube podcast on YouTube. Um, Today is Thursday, which is September the 5th. And as I mentioned on Thursdays, every Thursday I will be doing the astrological elemental sign. I like to state that this podcast is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. It just depends on which podcast or what episode you may listen to. All right. Okay, dokie. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the reading. Now, I do readings 3 times per week, recorded. However, this past Tuesday, I was not able to get to my card reading. So typically I do my readings on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Well, for whatever reason, I was not able to get to that reading on Tuesday. So if life permits, I will be recording Sunday and then Tuesday and Thursday as scheduled. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into the astrological elemental reading. Now, I consider myself to be a gypsy, nomad, psychic light, intuitive, self-proclaimed parapsychologist, magic mind medium. I think we all possess these gifts. It just depends on how receptive you are to that energy space. All right. Um, I've been doing tarot for about 5 or 6 years now, and I do believe that God does give us revelation through whatever spiritual tool you may choose to, use. And give me just a moment. I I am going to set up my little poster there because I have my tarot symbolism and things of that nature on there. And so, um, of the different symbolism. You have the different animals, astrological. I do aspire to take courses to get more knowledgeable about astrology as such. But I have my own spiritual sense as to how I feel as though a lot of that information is. So, as you know, with the different horoscopes, we are born at certain times, a birth date. We are assigned a birthday. We are born at a certain time. Um, so I do believe that astrology gives us some significance as to why we was born one day or in one time versus another, if that makes sense. So me, I'm born in June, and I am a Gemini. Now, Geminis have their characteristics. I think we all can possess those characteristics, but I think you are more susceptible when you're born during a certain time versus others, if that makes sense to anybody. So that's my take on astrology. The next person may can argue that. Oh, that's just my spiritual sense. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to prop this up here so you can know what card I am doing my reading on. So I'm doing my reading on what? The water sign. Okay, the water sign is what? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right. Now I do have this guide here that I purchased. So it mentions that cancers I want to say I did this. I did the did I do you know what? Let's go ahead and get to the earth sign because I know I've recorded twice on air sign and I know I've recorded twice and I want to say I did water sign. So let's go to earth sign. So I'm getting myself discombobulated. So we're gonna do the earth signs today. All right. Something just pulling me to do the earth sign. Okay. So the earth signs, as indicated here, is governed by a feminine energy. Winter is your season, and a lot of energy comes from the north. Stability, fertile, harmony, practical, nurturing, and supportive. So this is what it has here on this guide. If you're an earth sign, that means you are a Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So what is the significance of those signs? Well, I'm going to tell you. Give me just a moment. Let's pull up some information. What is the significance of just one moment? Okay. So the Taurus, which is the bull, is born between April 20th and May 20th. Okay. So the significance of Taurus, as mentioned here, is that they're persistent, dependable, powerful, stubborn, possessive, and materialistic. It mentions that they rule the second house of possession. Now, I have heard that Tauruses are hard heads, well, hence bull being the representation of a Taurus, and that they're very stubborn. So if you're born between April 20th and May 20th, you may be one of those possess those characteristics. Now, I do feel as though we are susceptible to that energy, but I think when you're born with during a certain time frame, what astrology is mentioning, you are more you have to be careful during those times, if that makes sense to anybody. The next card I have here, or the next sign that I have, is the Virgo under the earth sign. So Virgo is the virgin, and we know what the virgin is. The significance of Virgo, well, they're born between August 23rd and September the 22nd. So we're in that time frame right now, the virgin or Virgo. What is the significance of Virgo? Well, innocent, faithful, practical, anxious, critical, shy, rules the sixth house of health and science. So I think Virgo is reigning of your life right now. You want to be very conscientious in terms of health and this and health and service. I'm sorry, it says health and science, health and service. You want to be very conscientious during this time because we are in the season of Virgo, which innocent, faithful, practical, anxious, critical, shy. All right? This is a sensitive time for the Virgos, or the time of Virgo's virgin. If that makes sense to you. Now, the next sign I have is Capricorn. Capricorn, which is the goat. The goat. The Capricorn, a Capricorn is born between December the 22nd and January the 19th. So, what is the significance of Capricorn? Well, it mentions steadfast, organized, cautious, insecure, detached, uptight, rules the 10th house of career. All right. So, I have went over the signs of the earth signs. Now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to proceed with the reading, okay? Again, it is for entertainment purposes. So if you're listening in or viewing in, I do have a Patreon where I have 3 tiers there on my Patreon. And that is, you can go on patreon.com/spiritual sense. Okay. All righty. So let's see what the cards. I'm not a shuffler. I'm a scrambler. So let me try at uh let's see. See, that's why. And these cards here are not that they don't spread out too well. So yeah. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. We're going to proceed. I'm going to pick out 3 cards. 1, 2. Let's do a quick scramble. And we're going to get this one, 3. All right. Now, this is my cosmic insight cards. Again, I'm doing my astrological elemental reading. All right. So it is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. That means if it's not your forte, please do not comment or even come on here, okay? All right. So the next card I have here is intuition. So something lets me know we are in the time of what? What did I just mention? We are in the time now of Virgo. So something lets me know that your intuition is being honed right now. For those who are out there that are Virgos, this is your time right now. We're between August 22nd and September the 20th. I'm sorry, August 23rd and September the 22nd. So it's your time right now. I think that you are very receptive. You're very sensitive to certain energy and energy spaces. This is your time. You have to be very careful as to who you allow in your space during this time, because I do feel as though you're very, your vibration is strong at this time. And that means that low vibrational energies will throw you out of whack. Something lets me know you're very sensitive during this time. All right. I have the intuition card. It says the red flags you ignore will come back to bite you later. So be very cautious as to what energy spaces gravitate to you during this time, because this is your time. Take note of your time. You know, I had the spirit to speak to me and say, be very conscientious 2 weeks of your birthday. And that was around about the time when what prompted me to start with the tarot cards and things like that. So I'm going to say the whole time, because you got to understand these are spirits. So this ain't something that just somebody just made up. It may seem or appear as though it's something somebody just made up, but to be an astrologer or astrologist, or the study of astrology, this is something that's been going on for thousands of years, millions of years, even possibly, who knows? But there is a sequence or a synchronicity to life experiences. Life is this life journey and experience and energy, if that makes sense to anybody, okay? The next card I have here is gambling. It says promise with addiction or gambling bad finances. So you have to be very careful in terms of your monies right now. Now, whether you are actually a gambler or you know somebody who may be gambling, and maybe somebody who um, you may be, or your partner or whomever may be someone that is quick to let money go, like it would just without even thinking about it, and it's spiritual. So in times such as this, when you are susceptible to certain energies, you have to be very careful as to what energy space you partake in and where you go, because easy come, easy go. I think during this time is more easy going than coming. So you have to be very careful. The next card I have here is communicate. So something lets me know that there is something in terms of communication. It says compromise, forgive, work it out. You and your partner right now, I think, becomes very susceptible to this energy around this time, because again, it's being done by a force. That means, I mean, we do ultimately have free will. We do. But some things are supernatural. Is if we don't learn the lessons in life and we don't learn why things are done in such a schedule or such a way, we will become susceptible to that negative energy, if that makes sense. Like if you know something is your vice and you continue to be put in that same circumstance, it will happen without you thinking about it, because this is your vice. You know, I'm one of those. I have gotten better, but candy was my thing, and I had got away from it. I still eat candy and gum and stuff from time to time. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten better with it. Well, oh boy, I go so and I go get some gum and I begin to chew, and boom, I broke a piece of tooth out of my mouth, because I'm very mineral. deficient at this time. I'm getting older, and then I've had some surgeries and stuff. So I have to be very careful when it comes to like sweets and not eating properly and not getting what I need on schedule because it will begin to make me make rash decisions in terms of food and what I put in my mouth regarding food. Okay. So I think this is what it's like for you and you whoever you are in a relationship with. Something lets me know it's more or less not necessarily you, but whoever you are partnered with. Okay. That they have a hard time with financial and it kind of you know there's kind of like a clash in the relationship, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, so let's go ahead before I pull the twin flame card and the light and love cards. I'm gonna go into the love department because I do feel as though this is someone that you are in a relationship with. It could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, or whomever. It's what I feel a romantic relationship, if that makes sense to you. Okay. All right. So let's see what love is. Let's see what it has in terms of love. One, two, and three. Yeah. So you have to be very. You got to be very careful with certain energies, and I'll just keep it at that. We all have something that gets us or bites us. So be careful and wary of that. All right, so I have karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. I do believe that the relationship that you are in, um, sometimes because of some things that may have transpired, I don't feel like you are an angel. I don't feel like your partner, whomever you're in a relationship with, is one as well. And sometimes you may have a little bit of karma coming back in. I mean, this is normal. We all face our karma, whether we do right or do wrong in this life experience. That's just the way it works. And I think some things have to be shifted for you in order to keep you from going under the guidance of some negative energy, because I do believe you and your partner are susceptible to energies, but it's mainly for you because this is your season right now, if that makes sense. The next one I have is love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I do believe that there's someone on the other side that is going to help you during this situation. I feel someone who has transitioned over. It's a family member, I feel, that wants to relate a message to you. Something lets me know that you do have medium capabilities. That means that you have the ability to tap into the other side to convey a message that needs to be conveyed. All right. Something lets me know that someone is going to come around that is a family member of yours in spirit, and you will know it to help you during this time. All right. The next card I have here is mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflect our wounds, introspection. So I do believe that that person is going to help you. Um, if you're able to view this card, I should have turned some light on. Mirror card. It's going to help you with getting yourself right to where you're not to where you won't be subjected to that low vibrational energy, if that makes sense to you. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull out. Um, let's get a little bit of history. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of history. Again, this podcast is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. All right. So again, this person is going to just mention this. Lessons and blessings is they're going to help you to get through some of that karma, some of that low vibrational energy, which I think we are all susceptible to at certain times of the year, if that makes sense to anybody. The next card I have here is farm. Farm. You could be very well somebody that comes from humble beginnings. That's typically what I associate when I get that card there. All right. The next card I have here is karmic relationships. Bingo. So some things are in life are just going to happen. That's just the way it works. I get karmic relationship twice in this reading. See that? It comes up under, if you're able to view, it comes up under my love as well as my past life. So basically, what it is um, we will all face our karma in life. That's just a given. And when we have done some things and people have not, number one, things will happen if people don't forgive each other, if people don't forgive you, but ultimately if you don't forgive yourself, right? Because if you know if people are out there to with low vibrational energy, they're looking to do you in. You have to get yourself on a schedule or get yourself distracted to where that energy won't come into your space, whether it is taking up a course, enrolling into college, or something that can keep you contained to where you don't have to entertain that energy, if that makes sense to you. All right. So let's go ahead and actually going to just pull out two of the Mrs. Cleo's Power Deck card. Let's get a little bit of energy, a little bit of more information as to what's going on. I do ultimately feel as though things are going to work out favorably for you. It is, and it will. All right. Okay, dokie. So, so I honestly feel as though the Ten of Cups, 10 relates to renewal, fulfillment, end of cycle. That's what the 10 relates to. So I do believe this whatever that is going on with you is going to come to an end. This gambling or this money just going out the door, it's going to come to an end because you're going to get help with it. Um, Number one, I think what is going on is that your partner, whoever you are with, the King of Swords, that's the person that I feel that it is. I believe this person has a hard time with feelings and emotions, um, or what have you. And this is what that, um, how you have situations where some people may get bored or they may there's a void in their life. So I think that's basically what's going on with this person in terms of financial. Like this person does not view finances the same way that you value or view finances, if that makes sense to you. And I do believe that I am this King of Swords that shows up is who that is applicable to. So whether it's your spouse um or friend or whomever, I do feel as though this is who this King of Swords is applicable to. Um the key factor in this swords is that this person here shows up that this is a air sign person, right? Something is going on with energy from the east, if that makes sense. It fits this person's action, knowledge, communications, clarity, intellect, and intention. So there's some energy that's coming in towards this person. It's supernatural, like they cannot control it. It fits their mind, their intellect, and they have to be how can I put it? I hate to use the word program, but things work differently with this person versus anyone else, if that makes sense. This relationship, I feel as though it was paired because um you was made to be together, if that makes sense. Like you are you complement each other. Okay? So I'm not gonna necessarily say that it's a bad thing, it's just that it's something that you have to collectively work together on, okay? All right. Now let's proceed with thoughts, faith, and belief. Thoughts, faith, and belief. So I do have the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Take it as it resonates. Although I'm speaking to um, a Taurus, it could necessarily mean I have the King of Swords. It could very well be, someone that you are in a relationship with. I mean, it could be a woman if it refers to a Capricorn, it could be a Capricorn male in relation to your wife. So just take it how it resonates. Okay. All right. Now we're going to proceed with thoughts, faith, and belief. I'm gonna pull out actually two of these cards. One and two. Thoughts, faith, and belief. I'm just gonna pull out two of the Celtic cards for this reading. All right, so I pulled this card last week, the Five of Wands. So I honestly feel as though a lot of it is emotions. This person has emotions tied to financial, if that makes sense. Um, which is it's not a great thing. The five cards relates to stress, conflict, and instability. Wands relates to willpower, life force, passion, creativity, ego, and personality. So I don't know if it's something in relation to how monies were attained, why this person has a disconnect from finances, if that makes sense to anybody, like a settlement or something of the sort where some things unfavorably possibly happen and that change the trajectory as to how the person views money and finances, if that makes sense. I have five again to show up. Stress, conflict, instability. Cups. Cups relates to feelings and emotion, creativity, relationship, intuition, and compassion. So again, it's tied to feelings. This is what I feel. Um, that emotions are tied to the feelings, and feelings and emotions are tied to monies. Is what it lets me know. Now the next card I'm going to pull. Let's go ahead. We're going to do our twin flame and then love and light cards. Okay, okay. So I'm going to pull out two of these as well. One for the person who it applies to, and then the other one is for the mate. All right. All right. Okay, okay. So the first one, it says twin flame facilitator and expansive growth. So again, I do believe that you two complement each other. This is not nothing that um, to break up over. It's not nothing to divorce over. It's not nothing to um, it's something you work through because you realize that this person has a problem and you help those who you feel have a problem. Again, I get karmic relationship. This is the third card with that same thing, releasing the past. So something lets me know something transpired in the past and you was placed with this person. Is what it lets me know. And something traumatic possibly. This is not that type of reading. I'm not going to get to the gist of it. Those type of readings I do on Sundays, so I'm not going to get too in depth with that energy space right now, but that's what it's looking like something associated with finances. All right, so you will know what that is. All righty. Now we're gonna do light and love. So I'm gonna pull out, just gonna pull out one of these this week. Just one. We're gonna end with the angel card. Oh, Kadoki. So it says move boldly into a golden future. So I do believe that things are going to work favorably for you in terms of this relationship regarding karmic relationship. I pulled that card what, 3 times? Is it 3 or 4 times? Uh-huh. All over here. This relationship was based on karma. That means some things happened in the past, and as it would mention, it come back at you. All right. So it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Proverbs 3:5-6. So that's basically what that is. I do believe you will be guided by this family member who has transitioned over as to how to navigate during these times, because I do believe you become very susceptible to low vibrational energy at this time, if that makes sense to you. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to end with the angel cards. We're going to end on a good note. We don't want to always focus on the negative, but we want to be conscientious of the unfavorable, if that makes sense. All righty. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so it says creative writing, Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. So um, I think basically what's going on with you could very well be a curse. I hate to, you know what? I hate to say it, but guess what? Look how many times I get karmic relationship out of this reading. If that makes sense to anybody, look, oh gosh, can you see it? Can you even see it? Okay, so this is one here. I need to turn some light on. That says karmic relationship. That says karmic relationship, and that says it as well. So the writing's on the wall. What more? Just write these things down because people won't believe what is going on. I think this right here, I'm tapping into what it was like during the times of Jesus or ancient times or quote biblical times. That's why a lot of the prophets and prophetess begin to write things down because, boy, oh boy, you won't believe what presents to me. We are a history in the making. So, and I think, your relationship, like any other relationship, is no different, okay? So I am going to conclude this episode of Spiritual Sense, the astrological elemental reading for earth signs. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.